is the BOB57. BOB standing for Best of Both 5 and 7-inch drones. So this is a 6-inch quad, which basically allows you to put a larger battery on the back so you can go a little longer range like a 7-inch would, but also has a little bit more agility like a 5-inch quad. So I was stuck between the BOB57 and the Nazgul F6, and a lot of you are probably saying, why didn't you just go with the Nazgul? I decided to go with this one. I knew I wanted a 6-inch drone. They were exactly the same price. I couldn't really find a difference in the performance. They both have the same motors. They both have the same capacity. The F6 was either a squashed X or a dead cat. I would have gone with the dead cat. But then I found this one, and this has an H-style frame, which I'll show you what that looks like, but it's not a perfect X and it doesn't sit like a dead cat. So decided to go with that. I like the look of that. I really like the black look. And I also really like Ellis Van Jason. This is by Iflight in collaboration with Ellis Van Jason. He's an amazing pilot. He designs frames. So I know he put a lot of time and thought into this one, and this is sort of his baby. So decided to just go for it. But without further ado, let's open this thing up and see what we got. So a couple set of propellers, 4 black, 4 green. We got some battery straps, battery pads, TPU mounts, some hardware, antennas. And then I have a couple batteries on the way. I decided to just pick up one for now. The Full Send 3300 milliamp. I believe this is the largest one that I can fit on here as far as length. Here it is. BOB57. So as you can see, the frame down here sort of looks like an H, and then there's this middle. The X style, the squashed X, would have been perfectly lined up right here. And the dead cat, these come down a little bit longer, and then these arms start from here and go out. Keeps the props out of the way, but honestly, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that these props will be out of my view anyways. And then I'm gonna be running a GoPro on here, so props shouldn't be a problem for me anyways. But yeah, it's super clean. It just looks awesome. I already got the GPS installed in here. It's just a really sleek design. I live in Arizona, so I'm a little worried about these side plates, these little side covers here. I know they're supposed to protect it from rain and dirt and debris and things like that, but I also know that the DJI air unit is prone to overheat, so a little nervous about the side plates. That might be something that I end up taking off, unless I know it's gonna be cold, but we get pretty hot here in Arizona. I decided to go with the DJI O3 air unit. I know people will probably laugh at me for that being my first quad. I've flown the DJI Avata, and I think I've just spoiled myself with the O unit, or the O3 unit. I just can't see myself doing analog or anything like that. But that's just the risk you're willing to take if it breaks. A little closer look. Anyways, enough about the drone. Let's get this over into Betaflight so we can get it all set up and take it for a test flight. All right, so I got the battery charging here. I have everything ready to go. Make sure when you're doing this, you take your props off. That is because when you go into Betaflight, you'll test the motors and you don't want this thing taking off in your face. So I'm not gonna show you the entire steps, but what you wanna do is you wanna activate the DJI air unit. So you're gonna plug it in back here. And then open up DJI Assistant, activate it, and then you'll use this front one up here to go into Betaflight. So I'll show you just a couple things that I did, but I'm not going to go through the entire process. There's tons of videos out there if you want to watch in depth and how to do it. But let's get into Betaflight and I'll show you what to do. So you want to make sure that it is in fact following your commands. Okay, and then you want to take your controller. So what you can do is come over here to modes. I have already set all this up, but you basically want to change your arming to your arm button on the controller. I turned on angle mode, that way you can take off and land in angle mode. Beeper if you lose it, air mode. I do have a GPS on here. I'm not gonna set that up quite yet, but eventually I will get the GPS. But there's a ton that you can do. Horizon, failsafe, GPS. So you can kind of pick and choose which ones you want. Configuration. I honestly haven't touched any of this stuff. It comes pre-tuned already to what Ellis Van Jason, recommends. But if you do want to mess with things, you can. This would be here to check your controller. So if you want to check make sure everything is working, we are good. Motors, this is where you will check. I don't know if it's gonna work right now, but you would understand the risks, and then you should be able to arm it. You just wanna make sure that they're spinning the right way. So if you come up here, 4, 2, 3, and 1, you wanna make sure that they're going in the right direction. The best way I found to do it is you take a card or something like that, and while they're spinning, you touch it, and whichever way the card pushes, you know that it's flying the right way. So OSD is your on-screen display. This is how you're gonna see in your goggles. So I put it where disarmed and armed right here in the middle. I've give it the little crosshairs. You wanna see the low voltage, whichever mode you're in. So you can customize all this. You can click these boxes. But basically this is the configuration I went with. I'm actually gonna turn on horizon mode. So actually I'm gonna do it in the middle. Let's save that. Drum's gonna beep. I'm gonna keep it in acro. Actually, you know what? Let's do angle mode. Angle mode in the middle, and then we'll do the top will be horizon mode. Down. Yep, okay, I like that better. All right, well, this thing is responding really well, so I think we are ready to get the props on, take it out, and let's go for a test flight. So I will see you out there. I am extremely nervous right now. My heart is like pounding. I'm super comfortable flying drones, but I just know it's gonna be so different. I'm hoping the props are on the right way. Just kind of screwed them on. So if it doesn't take off, I know it's the problem, but hopefully it just takes off. It'd be nice. I'm extremely nervous, but let's just send it. All right, we're in angle mode. It's arm. Super smooth so far. Whoa. I'm gonna punch up. We're gonna switch it into. All right, we're off. Oh my gosh, water's brown. Man, this is so focused. Tempted to just try a roll. Really, oh man, it's so quiet compared to the Avata. The Avata is like small prop, so it just screams. I'm at 3.55, so bring it back in, see how to. Probably gonna put it into angle mode if I'm really feeling crazy. I'll try to catch it. That might just be stupid. Prop wash is cool. Almost went down. Let's try it, why not? Caught it by the arm, but we caught it. I'm gonna try that one more time. I want to get better at those, so let's do it one more time. Got it. That's fun. Man, all right, well this thing absolutely rips. I know I wasn't personally ripping it. This thing can definitely take a lot more, but for my first flight, I just was focused on not crashing. Just kind of get used to the feel and feel how floaty it is compared to the Avata and just things like that. So I'd say successful first flight. That is so much fun. I only have one battery at the moment, so I'll have to charge up again to do another one, but yeah, that is so much fun. All right, well, I'm gonna get back to the house, charge up the battery, and then I'll give my final thoughts. We'll see you there. So made it back to the house, successful first flight. I just wanted to give my final thoughts on this drone. I only have one pack at the moment, so we're charging it up right now. I might either take it out this evening or tomorrow, we'll see, but this drone is amazing. Like I said, I've come from the Avata for the past year or so, and I feel like I've gotten really comfortable with the Avata. I've also pushed its limits a little bit too much. So where the Avata starts to struggle, this thing is just gonna go with ease. Super smooth, doesn't feel too floaty, but it's also floaty enough that you can get really cinematic shots. But it's also agile. You can do some rolls and spins and things like that. I need to get a little bit better at it, but I know the drone can handle it really well. I didn't run the GoPro today. I was just a little nervous that if anything went wrong, it would crash, and I didn't want to destroy a GoPro. So curious to see what it'll feel like with that on there. But yeah, flew amazing. Tune was amazing. I don't have a lot of experience with any other tunes, so I couldn't really compare to those, but just right out of the box, spine didn't fly, this thing flew really, really great. But yeah, excited to take this thing out and really rip some mountains. We have Sedona nearby, so probably gonna take it up to the mountains and get some really nice cinematic shots. So if you like this video, stay tuned. There's gonna be a lot more with this drone, but appreciate you guys subscribing and liking, commenting, whatever else, but I will see you in the next one.